Hello everybody and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. My name is Joshua, and today I want to talk about thumbs. They help us decide whether movies are good or bad, and it's what separates us from most animals. Except for this kitten, which, and I need you to believe me when I tell you this, I would seriously harm members of my own family and other people that I love just to make sure that this kitten was okay. But unfortunately, we aren't rating movies or looking at that adorable kitten. Sadly, we have to talk about this human thumb, Troy Kearns. Now, Troy is a multimillionaire. Sadly, real estate, buys up property in underprivileged neighborhoods, investor, person who flips houses shittily. And I recently came across a TikTok where he doles out similar bullshit to other investors, in an attempt to get you to listen to his podcast and buy his terrible books, which I'm sure are filled with the same tactics and advice that can be found in countless other books. So let's take a look at some of his TikToks and see what he's all about.
So one of the single things that I hate the most about commercial property is owning an elevator. I thought it'd be really cool in the beginning, but it's a super duper problem. With this particular elevator, I've had so many issues. Let me show you. Another homeless guy? Hello? Hey. Oh, it's just my wife.
Hey look, someone left a bunch of trash here in the elevator. Oh no, wait, it's just my wife. What is it with boomers and shitting on your significant other for a joke? But at least you get an idea of what kind of person he is, so now let's see what kind of real estate advice he can give us.
All right, so one of the hottest investment strategies going on in the United States today is the BRRRR method.
That sounds cool, but I prefer the OKR method, but I'll hear you out.
So the first thing is the B, which is buy. But you want to buy an under market value property. You can drive neighborhoods, get with wholesalers, and look for properties that are in distress that you can then...
Step 1, go into an underprivileged neighborhood and take advantage of the socioeconomic climate in said neighborhood and buy property for cents on the dollar.
R, renovate. So you're going to put that property back together for as cheaply as possible, and then...
He literally said to renovate as cheap as possible. So cheap, poorly installed vinyl flooring, a new toilet that's probably not installed or secured properly, and a poorly redone kitchen, and boom, you're done. Leaks, electricity issues, crappy windows, that's not your problem. You gotta start making money on that property, so...
Second R is going to be rent. You're then going to rent that property out for more than what the mortgage costs. So make sure you do your research before you get into this. Find out what your mortgage is going to be and find out what that local area markets for rent, and make sure that you have at least a 30% gain from what your mortgage payment is. And then
rent that fucker out for as much as you can. Never mind that the flip was probably done really shittily, and the area might not be the best. And typical rent in that area is probably much lower than what you're renting it out for. But have you seen the new paint job we put in? Like, that's gotta be worth something.
You're going to refinance. So you're gonna bring the lease and your paperwork to the mortgage company. You're gonna be able to pull out all the money that you put back in and possibly more. And the last R...
Once you've tricked some poor soul who's just looking for a nice, safe place to live into signing at least a year-long lease with rent hikes and massive penalties for late payments, and massive penalties for breaking the lease for any reason, and you've sufficiently gouged them enough, you can go to the bank and cash out, baby.
Since you bought that property for such a deep discount, you're going to repeat it and do it again.
Then, ignoring all the bullshit you may have caused to the home buying and rental ecosystem in that neighborhood, you can just do it all again. Why?
Because fuck them, that's why.
Now, this walking phalange also loves to do TikToks where he gives you 5 bullet points as to why you will be poor, or why you won't be poor, or why you will be successful, or won't be successful, or whatever fucking reason. But let's take a look at a few of those.
I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you're not going to get to where you want to go in life.
I bet this is going to be some bullshit, huh?
Reason number 1, you talk about things you're going to do, but you don't do anything.
Okay, I'll give him that. A lot of people talk about doing things and never take any kind of steps towards doing it, so I'll give him that one. Wait. I just agreed with someone I don't like. If you've seen my videos before, you know I always have some kind of physical reaction when I do that. I've forgotten how to breathe.
Reason number 2, you're addicted to social media and video games, and you can't get off them.
Okay, first off, I can't just abandon my Minecraft SMP. I put a lot of work into my automated mob farming system, and I'm gonna get my use out. Secondly, and get ready because I've done the math for this, you've put up 1,712 videos on your TikTok, with the first one having been uploaded in March 12th of 2021. As of this writing, it is May 10th, 2022, which means you've been on this app for 424 days. Doing the math, that breaks down to approximately 4 videos per day. And I know you probably didn't post every single day, or let's face it, make your assistant post them every day. So there were days when it could have been more than 4 videos a day. Put that in perspective, that's more videos than Bella Porch, Dixie D'Amelio, and Zach King, who are some of the most followed people on TikTok combined. And I know you're gonna say, well, it's a marketing tool, so I'm still technically working. Just because you put a flyer for your business on someone's front door doesn't make that front door all of a sudden a billboard. It's a social media app. You're just as addicted as anyone else.
Number 3, you come up with reasons why things can't be done and you complain about other people that impede your ability to succeed.
There are situations when this is valid, and there are situations when it's not, but generalizing the fact that someone may be in a situation where one or more people may actually be impeding their success in some way is kind of fucked. You don't know some people's situation. Dick.
Number 4, you don't set goals.
Setting or not setting goals has zero to do with success.
Number 5, you have an addiction. You have a food addiction, you have an alcohol addiction, you have some addiction other than the right one, which is success.
Yeah, you hear that, people with addictions, you'll never achieve anything, and you have no one to blame but yourself. And he puts text on his TikTok that he had an alcohol addiction once, like, that doesn't make his statement any less fucked up. It gives off very, I can say the N-word because I have a black wife energy. Next TikTok.
Give me 5 reasons why you'll never be rich coming from a multi-million.
Gotta make sure he shoves multimillionaire in there. God forbid he just call himself a successful businessman or douchebag who profits off of economically disadvantaged areas for his own personal gain.
Number 1, you're lazy and you blame everybody else for your failure.
Ha! See? That's where you're wrong, asshole. My laziness is my own doing. I don't blame anyone else for that. Wait.
Number 2, you don't even know how to save money.
That's not true. I totally know how to save money. There's just perfectly good comics and pizza out there that I could be enjoying, so what's the point?
3, we're in a credit-driven society. You don't understand credit and how it works.
Yes, because a credit score is arbitrary bullshit designed as yet another barrier between the poor and the rich.
You don't know the difference between an asset and a liability, and you buy liabilities, not assets.
I mean, I've been known to get hella assets in my day. I know I don't look like much, but I got some game. And, you know, if she's looking good, I'll, Wait, you mean like investments and shit? Huh. Well, then never mind. Please continue.
5, you go to Starbucks and eat out all the time.
Oh, God. Here we go, another fucking boomer. Well, of course you're poor. You buy Starbucks. Jesus Christ. All he has to do is talk about avocado toast and how he had to walk to school uphill both ways in knee-deep snow, and he's got boomer bullshit bingo.
I'm going to tell you 5 reasons why you're always going to be broke coming from a multi-millionaire.
All right, Mr. Puffy Vest Man, what you got?
Number 1, you shop at Starbucks. Number 2, you do not bring a lunch to work.
Jesus fucking Christ, again with the Starbucks and eating out. I'm starting to think maybe he gets some kind of hard-on from condescending to people who want to enjoy either of those things.
Number 3, you live paycheck to paycheck.
Yes, because living paycheck to paycheck is our own doing. And definitely not an issue with wages in this country. You fucking tool.
Number 4, you make your minimum payment on your credit card.
Again, that probably has to do more with wages in this country. I don't know, predatory credit card companies and their shitty practices.
Number 5, last but not least, you buy liabilities, not assets.
Okay, so like, let's say, hypothetically, of course, someone drunkenly bought a Ziploc bag full of wig hair that some drunken bachelorette party attendee ripped off of Trixie Mattel mid-show. Liability or asset? Oh joy, this TikTok has a sequel.
I'm going to tell you 5 reasons why you're always going to be broke. Part 2, coming from a multimillionaire.
Well, it's definitely not because I waste money on show-worn drag queen wigs. That's for sure. What?
Number 1, they play the victim. They always complain. It's never their fault. It's always somebody else's.
The joys of being an oblivious and or ignorant white man in the United States. Must be fun.
Number 2, they go out to eat all the time and they go to Starbucks.
Oh my god, sing another fucking tune, my guy.
Number 4, most people are followers and not leaders, and they believe that the government is going to solve their problems.
Yeah, this guy has a handful of videos made with a Trump impersonator, so forgive me if I call bullshit on this.
5, they make excuses. They think they can't do something versus that they can do something. They don't have a can-do attitude. They have a can't-do attitude.
Yeah, Be an American, not an American. Okay, that's about as much as I can take from this fucker. In doing my research for this video, I also came across videos where he responds to comments, and it's usually the same story. Someone calls him out on his bullshit, and he basically just ignores it instead of actually responding to it, and tells people that they have a victim mentality. Or if they rightfully doubt anything he says, he responds like, "Oh yeah, I'm just a successful millionaire. You definitely shouldn't listen to me." It's just real petty, completely insecure, passive aggressive bullshit. This guy has no secret. He's not some brilliant real estate mind. He buys properties that are REO, which basically means property that is owned by a bank or other entity that is usually sold at a big discount. Then he puts as little money into the property as possible to renovate it, after which he rents or sells the property at a massive markup and pockets the money. I'm guessing he makes his real money in commercial real estate, which he probably buys and maintains by shittily flipping houses. That's it. That's all he does. He exploits poor neighborhoods so he can make a profit. He also has a podcast I couldn't bring myself to listen to, but maybe if this video does well, I'll torture my ears and listen to it for you guys. But that's all I have for today's video. If you liked it, please like it, and consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell. That way you can be alerted anytime my beautiful face is ready to grace your screen with yet another video. If you want to follow me on social media, those are all on screen right now. And if you like what I do and you want to help keep the lights on, please consider becoming a patron. My Patreon is linked in the description box below. Any questions, comments, concerns, investment tips, please leave them in the comment section below. I do read all of them. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video. All right, bye.